Hey friends, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm so excited to share a project we just wrapped up in March 2025. This one has been a real journey, about 2 to 3 months of work on the ground. Now, what makes this project extra special is that we actually started talking about it way back in early 2024. The owners, a lovely couple, he's from New Zealand and she's Chinese, reached out early because they really wanted to get a landscape design nailed down before they moved too far along with the construction of their house. They really loved tropical gardens, and they wanted to dream big with us about what was possible. And let me tell you, on a plot this size, the potential was huge. The land itself was about 4,500 square meters, nearly 3 Thai rise, so plenty of space to play with. The home sits right in the center, with a large synthetic tennis court tucked behind, which left us with the front and side sections to bring to life. Because the house was designed with these high, wide windows on both floors, we had to think vertically. We wanted views that felt dramatic and lush, whether you were standing at the ground level lounge or looking out from the upstairs bedrooms. And that meant sourcing some really tall palms that could hold their own in the skyline. From the start, the couple had slightly different ideas about the final look, but they agreed on two big priorities. They wanted a bold, dramatic tropical garden, and it needed to be low maintenance. Not always the easiest combination, but that's the kind of challenge my team knows how to handle. Now, before we could even think about the plants, we had to deal with the ground itself. Construction machines had compacted and depleted the soil badly, so we needed to raise the levels, enrich it, and grade everything properly for drainage. The owners also really wanted to invest in quality soil, since much of the garden would be grassed over with a fine Zoysia japonica. This grass is a beautiful, soft grass, and we planned to weave it through with natural paver stones that would lead you around the property. One of the standout features we built is a proper walled-in herb and vegetable garden on the west side. The owners wanted their kids to be able to experiment with planting, so we dedicated a whole section just for this. Our crew built a blockwork wall with solid foundations, then clad it in natural borders for a timeless stone effect. Inside, we laid anti-weed fabric, pebble paths, and a series of raised planters. These planters are steel-framed with wood-plastic composite cladding, which looks like timber, but won't rot or get eaten by bugs. We built in drainage layers too, because nothing kills a lively garden faster than soggy roots. Right next to that area, we put in a curving WPC deck, about 20 square meters, just perfect for a family barbecue. It connects visually with the house terraces and looks great from the lounge. Now, the driveway was one of the trickiest parts of this project. The slope from the road to the house and carport was complicated, so we had to get the levels just right. We used laser level finders to make sure that water would drain correctly over the property and not pool in unwanted areas. On top of that, we had to make sure the driveway would curve naturally so that the cars could feel like they were driving normally, and also make sure that the driveway tied into the garden spaces on either side. We laid the foundation with a sand and gravel mix, topped with concrete, and then cobblestone. Once the hardscape was all in, it was time for my favorite part, the planting. We went with a palette of tropical palms for structure and drama. Along the walkways, we used spiky wax palms and some silvers at the entrance for that wow factor welcome. We also built green walls of ficus, which are banyan tree hedges about 2 meters tall, and they'll knit together beautifully and be shaped over time. Then, for bursts of color, we placed lipstick palms with very iconic red stems where you see them from the front windows, and planted foxtails for height and rhythm. The front entrance got its own rock garden centerpiece, a bold dragon tree surrounded by dwarf date palms, bromeliads, nampu grasses, and ground cover shrubs. It's a real tapestry of textures and colors. To balance out the back garden and the big blue tennis court, we brought in 4 mature Jawa palms, already at 5 meters tall, which instantly broke up the skyline and created real drama. One of the most debated choices was the street-facing trees. The owners wanted something different, not just another row of palms. We finally settled on black ebony trees, around 4 meters high. These are striking, unusual, and they give the front road section a very distinctive look. These trees are native to Southeast Asia, and they're highly prized for their dense, durable wood. Definitely not a cookie-cutter choice. And of course, none of this would survive a Thai dry season without a serious sprinkler system. Our irrigation team threaded pipework under driveways, paths, and walls to make sure every patch of grass, every planter, and every palm was covered. Because the water source was a bore well, we had to work with a filtration company to neutralize the hard water before it hit the garden. Otherwise, we'd risk buildup and unhappy plants. With that system in place, the whole garden will thrive with minimal fuss. Looking back, this project was a big one, not just in size, but in the variety of challenges: soil remediation, tricky slopes, bold planting schemes, and of course, balancing the owner's different design visions. But standing in the finished garden, with the house framed by the palms and stonework and the beautiful ebony trees out front, it really feels like it came together. Huge thanks to the owners for trusting us with their vision, and to my amazing team, of course, who made it happen. This one was a joy to work on, and I can't wait to see how it grows in over the next few years.